Hello and welcome back to yet another lovely sunny morning for a remote Nordic walking exercise session. Today we're going to be working on our shoulder mobility and trying to do some gentle stretches to help release and mobilise our shoulders and a few other leg and arm stretches. Before I start, just to remember that these exercises are specifically designed for Nordic Walking East Anglia clients who've learnt these exercises face to face with myself or Mary and have learnt to modify them according to their own level. So as always, we're going to start with our feet. I'm going to look down to show you, but I'm going to try to do it without looking down. So if you have your feet close together, poles out in front, and we're just going to start by bringing our heels out and walk our feet outwards just as far as we can. So toes up, heels up. You might want to not go quite as far as I have. Heels up, toes up, and walking the feet back in again. While you're doing this, just think about trying to engage those tummy muscles. Think about your posture, nice long neck, and looking ahead. So one more time in. Well done. And then this time we're going to bring the heels up as high as we can, so we're onto our toes. We're going to widen our heels, come down onto our heels, bring the toes up as high as you can, and open out the toes. So heels up, wide. You'll start to feel that you're actually using more muscles. So in this time, heels, toes as high as you can, up onto the toes, heels in, high as you can, lower down, toes up, inwards, onto the toes, up on. Brilliant. So we'll do one more time, really trying to go as high as we can. So onto the toes, toes out wide, lower slowly, up onto the heels, toes out wide, lower slowly. So heels out and toes out. And then back in again. That's it. Brilliant. And back to the middle. Fantastic. So next we're going to move on to a gear change. So first of all, we're just going to start with feet parallel. Just tuck the bottom under, engage the core, and just bring the arms forwards and backwards. Brilliant. Don't forget to keep breathing. Just warming up the shoulders. And then this time we're going to have a split stance. So I'll show sideways with the heel up at the back. Again, poles out in front, and we're just going to keep changing the gears. You can feel how that's lengthening your hip flexor, and you can feel the extra tension on your tummy muscles. Okay. And then this time we're going to turn the right, so I've got my right leg back, and I'm going to swing my right arm as I twist. So I'm now getting a bit of a twist in the obliques, and I can feel that stretch. So a couple more on this side, keep those tummy muscles strong, and remember to keep breathing. So onto the left leg back, heel up, poles out in front, and we're just going to do the straight gear change. Try and lengthen that heel away. If you can straighten the left leg, then you'll increase the stretch on the hip flexor. So nice and long in the torso, nice and strong in your trunk, and then we'll start to twist round to the left. Wonderful, and the last one. Brilliant. Give those feet a little shake. Okay, so next we're going to move on to a bit of kayaking with a slight difference. So I'm going to actually put my paw tips on, or put your paw tips down. I normally have the paws up for exercising when the poles are down, because you get a bit of more stability when the spikes dig into the grass. So I'm putting them down because actually we're going to start by mobilising the shoulders, holding either end of the poles. So again, we're going to just try and tilt the bottom under to lengthen this lower bit of the spine. Keep the tummy, core engaged, trunk nice and strong. So I've got quite a wide stance, and I'm just going to spread my toes and relax my knees, tilt my pelvis under me. And then I'm just going to start to swing, pendulum swing, just lengthening the arm up as high as I can. I'm just gently pushing with the lower arm to start with, to get me up to the top. So there's only resistance on the lower hand each time to lengthen up. Wonderful. Hello, Dottie. Okay, and now I'm going to start to resist both hands. So you can feel that tightening in the arms and your core. Remember to keep breathing, keep that tummy in. So both ends now are pushing either end of the pole. Well done, one more each side. Okay, so come into a big shoulder roll and just loosen off those shoulders. So we're now going to kayak, but again you'll feel a slight difference by having straight arms. So just as before, I'm going to bring the arms exactly the same principle as when we're holding the poles. I'm just going to unlock those knees again, keep that tummy in, and I can really feel my shoulders loosening. So it's not in the elbows at all, it's just focusing on the shoulder because the arms are straight. Wonderful. And now I want you to try in reverse. So pushing forwards with the lower hand, it's a bit of a brain tease, and you'll be able to feel your shoulder blades sliding down your back. This is really good for mobilising the scapula. Well done. Should feel really nice. Again, we're trying to be really strong in our trunk. Think about our head position, nice relaxed above in the neck. And last one, each side. Wonderful. Whew, that should feel nice and loose in the shoulders. We'll just bring the arms close to the body and do some nice big shoulder rolls, backwards and forwards. So next we're going to hold the poles horizontally across our body with our knuckles facing forwards. And we're going to raise our hands above our heads, and as we do so we're going to slightly, just 30% tension, we're just going to pull the poles apart. So your hands are going outwards towards the ends of the poles. At this point you want to remember just to tuck your bottom under, just give yourself a little pelvic tilt to lengthen that part of the lower spine. So knees can be just slightly softened, and I'm just going to pull my hands apart, raise my hands up. Ideally, if you're able to get your hands behind your head, brilliant. Give a big breath in at the top, and then we're going to slowly lower the hands. Keep that pressure on, pulling the poles apart. So a couple more times, breathing in. Brilliant. So just keep breathing. One more up to the top. Keep that core strong. Hold at the top. And lower back down. So we'll do two more, and this time we're going to pull out as we were before as we go up. And then as we come down, we're going to push the poles, hands together. So just slightly different tension on the arms. So pulling out as we go up. And then pushing the hands in as we go down. We'll do one more. Out as we go up. And brilliant. So come back into a nice loose shoulder roll, backwards and forwards. And then next we're going to move on to having our poles down. And when we do the balancing exercise, when we come from this position into a T position, we're going to do it with our poles down, because today we're going to have the poles down for a reason. In fact, I'm going to take my paws off again while I do this. So the poles are in front of your feet, slightly wider than your feet, and as you swing your leg back, you're going to push down on the poles. And by pushing down on the poles, although it's not testing your balance as much, you can feel that, again, working your torso, working your core muscles. So then the knee comes up straight, and again I'm still pushing down on the poles. Think about my posture, leaning forwards. Poles can go out away from your body. As the leg comes up, you can go a little bit higher if you want. Keep breathing. And one more. Brilliant. And then onto the other side. So the Knee comes up, poles go forward, leg goes out the back. Wonderful. Keep that pressure, keep that tension through the poles. And then leg goes out the back again, poles come forward. Squeeze those glutes to get you up, pushing down on the poles. Wonderful. And last one, leg goes out the back. Ooh, it is quite testing on your balance because I'm trying to put lots of resistance and tension through the poles. And last one. Wonderful. So we're just going to finish off with a few sit stands to get our glute work in. So feet parallel, and we're going to swing our arms forwards as we go backwards. So we'll start off by doing 10. Make sure your bottom is going back and out, and really drive through your heels and up through your glutes to get you up again. We'll call that 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a little break if you need to. And you can, I'm going to end up doing 30, so if you want to sit this one out, if 20 is enough for you, or if 10 is enough for you, stop now. Otherwise, go back into another 10. So I'm really trying to engage my tummy muscles, squeeze my glutes to get me up again. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Try and have a nice straight back, but your bottom is going out backwards. Your knees aren't coming forwards. Totally lost count, we'll call that 10. Well done. Whew. Get your breath back again. And then finally, our last set if you want to do it. So arms forwards, bottom backwards. Brilliant. 4, 5, 6, 7. Weights in the heels. 8, 9, 10. Well done. Really good. So just to finish off with, we'll do a lovely back stretch. So poles out in front of you, walking backwards, sticking the bottom out and lengthening. So keep the tummy sucked in. Try and push the poles away from you, your hands away from your shoulders, and put your tailbone on the back wall. So breathe into those ribs. Wonderful, and then usual protocol, chin to chest, tuck the bottom under, big breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to slowly roll to the top. Into a big So to finish off with, we'll do the back scratcher, poles above the head, drop them behind you, and then just try and ease that top hand as far down your back as possible. It's very tempting, as I was doing then, to flare out your ribs, so try and keep the ribs tucked in. And just breathe through the stretch. Last big breath. Changing the hands over. And again, encourage that hand down your back. If you can't pull it down far enough, then bring the lower hand up a little bit just to increase the tension. So tilt the pelvis under you, ribs in. Nice long neck, and breathe. And last breath. Wonderful. And then poles out in front. Big stretch up to the sun. And one more. Wonderful. Really well done. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Goodbye.